On July 19th, 2025, while much of the world focused on heat waves, another kind of danger began brewing over the Pacific. A tropical disturbance quietly intensified over open water. No one could have predicted how fast it would grow, and then it had a name: Typhoon Wipha. Wipha was first observed on July 16th near the Philippines, a low-pressure system feeding off warm ocean currents. Meteorologists flagged it early. It didn't seem particularly threatening at first, but then, within 24 hours, it began to organize, spin faster, and draw energy rapidly. By July 18th, it had strengthened into a tropical storm, with wind speeds breaching 100 kilometers per hour. Coastal communities across Taiwan, the Philippines, and southern China were placed on high alert. Wipha struck parts of Luzon in the Philippines with torrential rain. Power lines snapped. Low-lying areas flooded within hours. Taiwan, relentless winds uprooted trees, blocked roads, and caused landslides in the mountainous regions. But this wasn't the peak. As it moved west toward China, Wipha entered a danger zone. Open, warm water plus low wind shear. The perfect fuel for a typhoon. On July 19th, Hong Kong's Weather Observatory issued a signal number 8 warning. Just a few hours later, it was upgraded to the highest possible alert. Signal number 10. The city braced itself, offices shut, flights grounded. By sunrise on July 20th, the storm had grown into a Category 3 typhoon. Winds reached up to 167 kilometers per hour, battering buildings, shattering windows, and pushing seawater deep into streets. At Hong Kong International Airport, chaos unfolded as more than 200 flights were canceled. Thousands of passengers stranded. Ferry terminals were closed. Public transportation across Guangdong and neighboring provinces came to a halt. Even the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, a feat of engineering over water, was shut down. South China had gone still, waiting. Then it struck. Rain. Like walls of water falling from the sky. Winds, howling, tearing, relentless. Entire streets turned into rivers. Trees twisted like straws. Rooftops peeled off buildings. In some areas of Fujian and Hainan, over 370,000 people were affected and thousands were forced into temporary shelters. Local videos captured the chaos. In cities like Shenzhen, people people reported 18 plus hours without power. Supermarkets ran out of food, hospitals worked on backup generators, infrastructural damage was extensive, ports were closed, delaying crucial imports, railways stopped, power grids collapsed in at least 4 districts, emergency response teams deployed across Guangdong, Hainan, and Guangxi provinces. Roads were blocked with debris, forcing rescue teams to airlift supplies. One of the most dangerous aspects of Wipha was its storm surge. Seawater flooded villages along the Pearl River Delta. Coastal defenses were tested, some failed. Entire farmlands were swallowed by salt water. Fishing boats were hurled ashore. Economically, the region lost millions in just 48 hours from trade, agriculture, and property damage. Experts now warn that storms like Wipha are not rare anomalies anymore. Warmer oceans are leading to stronger, faster developing typhoons. What used to take a week to escalate now happens in 2 days. In just 2025, East Asia has seen over a dozen severe weather events. Governments are investing in early warning systems. But are we preparing fast enough? After striking China, Wipha weakened but moved west into Vietnam and Laos. There, it continued dumping massive rainfall, triggering landslides in northern mountain regions. Flood alerts were issued as rivers swelled past danger levels. Even as wind speeds dropped, its path left devastation long after the storm had passed. Typhoon Wipha, the fear, the damage, and the silence after the storm will not be forgotten anytime soon.